welcome back to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. I'm Junior Binu along with my co-host Anthony Toma, and today we've got Mario Mikho in the house from Fit Primate Gym, which is probably really essential at this point in time. We're ready to enter the summer season, so it's time to get the six packs in and tone up the bods. But good to have you on, brother.
Thank you.
We'll get you to introduce yourself and let the viewers know how this came about and a bit about yourself.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for having me. So I've been personal training since I was 18. I started when I was in high school. I started working out when I was in high school, and I was working at my uncle's liquor store, Keg and Wine.
Okay.
5 and Beach Daily.
Yeah.
Chris got shout out to him. And I did that for a couple of years. And I was 16 when I started that, and then did it for a couple of years. And then I just looked at, the landscape of what I can do after graduating high school. And then I also was looking at what everyone that I knew was doing. All my uncles worked in the stores, and
you didn't want to stay in the store
did
business?
not want to stay in.
That's weird.
Come on, you want to lift any packs of 40 ounces and stuff?
Man, I was lifting
That's
kegs.
a good workout.
It was a really good workout, lifting kegs and filling up coolers and all that. But I don't know, man. I just couldn't. I didn't see myself going down that route, and I didn't have options at the time. I wasn't sure, man, what's my life gonna look like? And I was really into working out from high school, and I was working out at Lifetime in Commerce at the time, and I was thinking, you know what? Why don't I do personal training? This is a good idea. So I got certified when I was 18, and I was like, let me just work at Lifetime. I was there 4 hours a day.
Sure.
7 days, 8 days a week.
Yeah.
I loved working out, and I was like, let me just work at Lifetime. So there's a week training course at Lifetime that you have to do. It's like how they want you to train their members. So I did that. At the end of the 7 days, you have to present a personal training package to the guy their manager that was leading this week course. And after I did it, they're like, we're not going to hire you. They're like, you're not qualified enough to do this.
Wow.
And essentially it was like the sales skills. I didn't have the sales skills, the people skills. I was 18, come out of high school. I didn't know how to talk to people. It was like a skill I didn't have. Yeah. So I went to Powerhouse after that. My brother's working out. I started at Powerhouse. And then from that point on, I just kept with it. Up until this point today, I went to college, went to Wayne State, tried some other things, ended up coming back to personal training. And then COVID happened, and then my gym opened up. So that's kind of how I got into it.
Sure. Now along the way, there's always rough patches and stuff. A lot of times we get discouraged and we want to bail out, right? Jump on the next thing, because as entrepreneurs in the community, we watch the next guy and see okay, if this didn't work for me, let me get to the next one. What gave you your determination? You got to have some of that to continue. Yeah,
so working out was something I always believed in. Just anytime I had a bad day, I would just hit the gym up, and it always kind of just made me feel better. And I always kind of equated training and working out and running 10 miles or doing a hard workout. I always kind of equated that to becoming better. But when I was younger, I didn't have too much confidence and self-esteem. And so working out kind of gave me that, So I always kind of went back to working out. So I always knew it was a thing I can always go back to. But I did try other things. I did go into dabbled in every career. Yeah. And nothing ever kind of felt right to me, Yeah. So personal training was always it felt real, and it was,
So I know you're located in West Bloomfield?
Novi, Novi, Wixom area.
Okay. Got you. So be able to service within that general vicinity. So the question is, how do the clients find you to get to you? What are you doing to brand yourself and put yourself out there?
So I've done a lot of just social media marketing, but because I've been in the field for a while, I've just developed a lot of clients, over the years.
Okay.
And so just referrals has been the main kind of source of my business. But other than that, Instagram, to be honest with you, social media has been huge, and just word of mouth has been
I'm glad you said that. That's a lot of business owners miss that point that well, we don't want to get on, Instagram. We don't want to do Facebook and stuff. We're not into social media. Well, it's free. It's free marketing, free advertising. You can get your clients on there. A big part of working out goes hand in hand with your eating and your diet.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to assist your clients with that as well? Do you offer programs for that too?
I do. So with nutrition, it's not rocket science. Like eating healthy is pretty straightforward. It's more so about making the right decisions every day. So what I like to do is if someone's really struggling with nutrition, is start with tracking what they're eating.
Sure.
And then I can see what they're eating and just kind of like, and that also just helps the person out, figures out like, all right, this is, because you can go a day and like, you can have a whole day and be like, man, what did I eat today?
Yeah.
Or I can ask you, what did you eat today? You'll list off a few things, but in reality, you ate 6 more things.
Sure.
So by tracking it, you're just gaining more awareness of what you're putting into your body. And then with that awareness, you're able to make better decisions. When you make better decisions, that's how you start to progress in a certain direction.
How do people get into the habit of tracking? Because tracking's tough.
Tracking is tough.
Like you're going to track everything you eat. It's
Sure.
It's hard. So how do you get people to learn how to track?
I say do it for a week or two. Do it
How?
for a short period of time. The way I do it is either, there's a few apps that are popular.
Okay.
MyFitnessPal is the most popular one.
What's it called?
MyFitnessPal.
MyFitnessPal. Okay.
Or just go straight to Google spreadsheets. Just do a Google spreadsheet Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Log it all. Just write everything that you had down.
Sure.
And then with that, you're able to kind of see where you're eating. And you don't have to do it forever.
Yeah.
But if your goal is to lose weight, it's going to help you out a lot, because with tracking, you'll be able to see what you're putting in your body, and then from there you can make better decisions.
So you help people make goals and start goals and track, and so you have to start somewhere, and you have a system in place that helps them with the sheet that comes when they come in to evaluate.
Yeah. So when
talk about that
for sure. So when I get a new client, I want to get a feel for where they're at. Like I just want to see like where they're starting from. So we'll sit down and just talk about the workout history, obviously the goals and what's going on in their life. Like a lot of times people have motivations like a wedding or, a vacation or something like that. So I kind of just want to figure out where they're at, what their workout history is like. And then from there, I have a machine, it's called an in-body scanner, and it gives them, I'll give you a printout like this, right?
We'll get this to the audience after. We can have them look at this.
Perfect.
Definitely. So.
Yeah, and with that, it's just going to give us a printout, kind of like more like objective
what's on there?
Numbers. What's on there? It's going to give you your weight, how much body fat in terms of pounds you have, how much muscle mass you have, how much body fat percent you are. It's going to tell you how much weight to lose or how much muscle to gain if that's your goal.
Yeah.
It just kind of gives you a way to track how you are. So every 2 or 3 months, I'll set my clients on there again just to keep track of how we're doing. And it gives you a good idea of where you're at.
I have a question for you that like in a person like me, or if I walk up to you and say to you, Mario, I want to eat healthy and work out. Am I different than the guy that says to you, Mario, I want to diet and I want to work out? Are there two separate ways of looking at that?
A lot of it is, it's almost like a mentality that you approach with. Like one has a goal of, I want to diet and work out because I want to look good at this wedding. Another one is more so just the lifestyle that you want to live.
Maintenance.
Yeah. And I feel like looking at it in a certain way is going to make or is going to determine how you're going to do. So if you're like, I just want to be healthy, I just want to feel good, I just want to look good, it's almost like a healthier way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Versus the alternative. I mean, having a goal is great, but sometimes what oftentimes happens is, say you meet your goal, you lose the 20 pounds, you look good at your wedding, but then after your wedding, you're like, all right, wedding is done, then you gain it back.
Yeah.
So that happens a lot.
You got the ring. You got the ring.
It's kind of like after you start dating, right? You feel good for the first 6 months and everything's in comfort zone 100%. After that. Well, I just, the reason I say that is because a lot of us gave up things during the Lent season, right? So I'll give you me, for example, I did. I gave up chips. It dropped weight, because you get the salt to the sweet that needs to pair up, because for every time you eat that bag of chips, you want something sweet after to balance out. People don't realize that, subconsciously your body's doing that. Right? So I gave it up, and I probably dropped about 6 pounds so far. It usually comes over here. A lot of people are like, man, you dropped a little bit off you. So that was, to me, that was a healthier decision. Not a diet, that was a healthier decision.
Right.
So by that, I seem to notice that my body can take a good change just by eating healthy. So could I come to you and say, listen, I just need you to set me with a healthy regimen to eat. I'm going to hold off on working out right now. Do you offer that?
I do. So I offer virtual programs where, I'll stay in contact with a person. So I'll send them on a meal plan and also a workout program if you would like a workout program. And then it's just more so coaching. So from that point, it's let's touch base. Let me see what you're eating. So log your food. They'll send me videos of their workouts and I'll send them videos of how to do it. So I offer virtual programs as well as like in person, along with groups, classes that I offer as well. So it's kind of, I'll do that. Majority of my clients do come in person because a lot more so people are looking to just get good workouts in. But I also offer that part where if you just want to work with me remotely, that's an option. And if you go to my website, it's fitprimategym.com. There's an enrollment form. So if you go to the enrollment part and enroll to become a client, you just fill out a form, get your name, your number, what your goals are. And so I can work with someone virtually as well.
Couple questions. What's behind the name? Primate, part of the name. And then what do people expect? What should people expect when they walk into the gym? What are they going to see? What kind of equipment and what kind of style is it that you use to train?
Yeah. So, I started the gym. I always knew I always hated working for someone, even when I was like, I don't know, it's like Chaldean things. I hated it, and I've worked for, I was at Powerhouse for a while and I've done some other things and I just never felt right. So a couple years ago, I was like, let me do my own thing. Let me just start this business. Just formed an LLC, Fit Primate Gym. And I got the name from, you guys know who Joe Rogan is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Popular.
Yes.
His website, he's got like a brand called Higher Primate or something like that. I was like, oh, you know what? That's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, let me call it Fit Primate Gym.
There you go.
And then from that, kind of what it really means to me is, we're animals, we're humans. We have this energy within us. And I feel like with training kind of helps channel that energy. So that's kind of the brand behind the name. And I always felt like,
and this guy here follows you here.
This is my pet animal right here. So I just felt like whenever I trained, I just felt like I just want to feel like, 100%. So that's kind of the idea behind it. When someone comes into the gym, I have like regular equipment, treadmills, bikes, rowers. I have all the kind of things that you would see at a Lifetime. It's more one-on-one, kettlebells. My training is kind of like a mixture of everything, if you will. So when I look at fitness, depending on the client, but when I look at fitness, I think fitness is a broad category. You have yoga, you have CrossFit, you have, running, cardio, all that stuff. Weights. So I take each part and in each workout, I kind of, in that hour that I'm training someone, I'll break down each kind of component, each pillar of fitness, whether it's cardio, mobility and flexibility, weight training, and power-based training, depending on their goal. So if you're an athlete, if you're looking to increase your performance, I'll gear our workout sessions more towards not making you, if you're playing football, it's just more so improving your athletic ability on the field. If you're playing golf, just helping your rotation. I have a lot of people that are in their 60s maybe. With those clients, they need to focus more on mobility, making sure they have full range of motion in their shoulders, hips, and knees. If you're a younger person, a lot of times younger people just want more aesthetic looks. So, that's different.
Spray the abs.
Well,
I do that too.
This is why this is important.
Yes.
I see this here, just some of the breakdowns of stuff that it asks for and understanding the body. I had an issue with somebody not doing this here, for example, and just going, it was a fitness strength place, where, and in anything, they did damage to me instead of helping me out. Flipping tires or trying to do one-arm pull-ups, one-arm push-ups. I mean, my rotary was torn. So you have to identify each individual walking into your place, whereas a normal situation is I've got 20 in a class and all 20 follow the same suit that I do for the training.
100%.
And that's what identifies your client itself to know what you're going to do for that he or she right there.
100%.
Okay.
Each person is different. And that's something that I realized over time is I can't take the same approach for every client because, and it's true, someone will walk in, I can't do squats because my knee hurts. I can't do a bench press because I tore my shoulder. I've got this, I have asthma, I can't do too much cardio. So every workout is specific to what that person can or can't do. But the thing is that with training, in order for you to attain results, just like in everything else in life, you have to push. You have to increase the intensity. You have to increase your weights because that's how you're going to get results. If you keep doing the same thing, you know, you won't progress. So there's a term it's called progressive overload. Essentially, it's just you need to challenge yourself more and more. And that's what my goal is when I'm training someone. Is I need to figure out, like, when someone comes in, they want to get pushed. Like, they want to have a hard workout, but not to the point to where it's going to hurt them. You know, so there's a balance with pushing the intensity, but also modulating it to where it's right for that person. And that's something that I'm still working on getting better at. But, you know, I've definitely seen that that's a real thing. It's important. You know, and for each person is different. So
it's like us, how we maintain our staff, right? At work, you enable them in certain ways, and you push them. Then you got to ease back because you say they're going to fold if you push too hard.
100%.
So it's good.
I just keep pushing. What are some of the business goals for the gym?
Business goals is, you know, I'm in my space right now. I want to grow it into a type of business model where I'm offering group classes, I'm offering personal training, and I'm offering classes like yoga and other like kind of cardio-based classes. Right now, I'm predominantly one-on-one training and small group training, and I have virtual clients as well. Virtual clients is either like a coaching option, or I'll even, you know, get on FaceTime and if they have a gym at their house, I'll just coach them remotely for an hour session. But in terms of business goals right now, you know, I'm going into my second year opened up. So it's just continuing to promote, continuing to grow my clientele, and then hopefully in a few years' time have enough, you know, base of people that know about me, that like training with me, where I can offer like more like a membership, more like a group. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's going to take time, and that's going to take more work.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So for some of us that aren't familiar with that area or too familiar with that area, what are some of the landmarks in the area or main crossroads where you're at?
So 12 and Beck, the biggest thing people might know is Providence Park Hospital is on the opposite side of me, right on Beck. So that's probably the biggest area. Chopped Olive, I don't know if you know who those guys are.
Do you know that's where okay, just so you know
that's where the name came from.
That's where the name came from.
Get out of here.
Keeping Up with the Chaldeans.
Darlene.
No way. I'm there like every other day.
Are you really? So here's the deal. I had.
We haven't been there. I haven't been there.
I went for the grand open for everything. But
we got to meet you out there for lunch one day.
That will do, because I'll tell you, I owe her one, by the way. I just was at her place. I had to finish up an application. Staples behind. My buddy said, come here first and we'll go eat after. I walk up to the door, about to walk in. I said, damn it. I walked back around and she walked out and she goes, mister, where the hell you think you're going?
They're great, man.
They're a great family. Al and her are very wonderful.
Yep.
So you got to give them some love, because there is Chaldeans that are moving towards that western part, like of our area, like Little West.
Novi area.
Yeah,
there's
Novi.
Not, you know, most Chaldeans on the west side are West Bloomfield.
Yeah.
But they don't think Novi. But Novi, it's kind of like the next kind of.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump away. Just don't throw away.
And it's got a lot of good amenities.
We've been heading out there to go to Full Throttle for the kids.
So they wouldn't let me on one time, and I fought them until they did.
Why didn't they let you on?
Because of the one arm.
Really?
Oh, you know how hard those turns were? Because it's not electric. You're doing
I was
full
doing one arm though.
He's like,
doing it with one hand.
He's like, we're gonna have to worry about, keep an eye on him. They're just announcing, and I'm like, dude, let me just get on. My nephew's birthday. No, bro, you know.
I can do this.
Whose birthday was it?
Ryan
nice.
Sarafa. So
man.
That's a good place. That's a good area. Novi's great.
Yeah. It's always a lot of amenities over there too.
There is.
I like the restaurants and stuff too.
Yeah.
So you're
kind of like near like 12 Oaks is another.
Yeah.
Like 12 Oaks area, Providence Park, kind of like.
Yeah, you're close to there too.
Yeah, you're central, so that's it's a good area for anybody to be able to visit you. I know you got social media because we talked about it earlier. If you just want to drop on the social media, and they'll find you also on the links that we'll provide. But if you want to let them know where they can find you.
Yep. So it's Mario Mikho for my personal page, and then Fit Primate Gym for the gym page. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, predominantly.
Good. And then just a quick question for the audience: are you married or engaged?
Single.
Single. Slide into his DM if you need a workout.
There you go, girls.
But that's good. I'm glad to see you guys coming up with that. Just curious, do you favor any diets over the others, like your whole ketos and all the other stuff, or do you ever feel?
Man.
Yeah, because people are doing that fasting and all that these days, and Pinterest and all. Give them a little bit of advice of where they maybe can start off if they wanted to.
For sure. So, you know, in terms of diet and the way that you're going to want to go about this, if your goal is weight loss, which most people want to lose weight, your body essentially has two fuel sources that it can operate on. You know, you got fat that it can run off of, and then it has, think, carbohydrates that it can run off of. You know, so what happens is a lot of times we eat too much carbs, rice, bread, chips.
Sure. Not Chaldeans though.
Not Chaldeans. No. All the other people, but not
yeah.
And those are all forms of carbs.
Yep.
If you don't burn those carbs off, which your body is primarily fuel source is carbs, if you don't burn those off, those get stored as fat.
Sure.
So my point is, with diet, you want to reduce your carbohydrate intake if you're looking to lose weight. Just like how you lost 6 pounds from cutting the chips out. You know, if you cut the carbs out, its primary fuel source, it's going to tap into any stored body fat that you have.
Got you.
You know, so your body fat can act as a fuel source if you're looking to lose weight. I would suggest if you're looking to lose weight, cut the carbs back, and that will help you a lot in terms of weight loss.
All right. Myth or fact? Not to eat before we go to bed.
And that's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fact.
That's a
straight fact. You didn't even hesitate. What's in the bag?
Oh, we got some presents for you guys.
Oh boy.
You wear large or extra large?
Extra medium. But I'll take a large.
Here's a large for you.
All right.
You want white or black, Junior?
Black's cool. Large if you got
there you
one.
go.
That's cool.
There you go.
Sweet.
And I got you guys
My man.
little coffee cups for you. Here you
That's
go.
awesome.
Here you go.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for
I
having
love the
me on.
logo, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you
the
so much
grill.
for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah,
Sipping on my wheat grass out of here.
So before we go, we ask a final question to all our guests. What does it mean to you to be Chaldean?
You know what it means to me to be Chaldean is Pacha, Domo.
No. Ask him the Pacha question, Junior.
What? Since he does pacha, we have to have this, and this is going to be a good poll. But white or red pacha?
Oh, white.
Winner, chicken dinner or pacha dinner.
No, to be honest with you, I love our community. I love the ambition and the entrepreneurial spirit that we all have. I feel it, and I see it with everyone, older, younger, and I just want to continue to fuel that.
Cool.
Appreciate it.
We're happy to
Thanks
have you.
for coming out.
Thank you so much.
Wrap us up,
Thank
Junior.
you so much.
So make sure you check him out. He's going to be, like you said, available through Instagram, through Facebook, and then we'll leave the links at the bottom. It's Mario Mikho with Fit Primate Gym. And again, summer's coming up. Make sure you give him a holler, and then from there on, continue. Subscribe to Keeping Up With The Chaldeans. Make sure you hit the like button down here at the bottom. Make sure you follow this guy and get your rares in the gym. Anthony, myself, Mario, signing off. Keeping Up With The Chaldeans.